Welcome back to another video, and we're working on the Saab today. So I've got a few bits from a breakers down in Chichester, and I'll just show you what we've got to upgrade the old girl now. So I've got a aero rear bumper, so this is a bit of a different style for the one I've got on the car, as mine's a sort of base spec linear. But anyways, you can see it's got kind of rear diffuser on it with two exhaust holes, so we need to get an exhaust sorted for that. We did have one lined up, but it's so rotten I didn't bother getting it. It's in a bit of a bad state, this bumper, so it's had a really bad paint job on it, so I'm just Scotch Brighting it all off and then going to repaint the sort of diffuser section. This area is going to come out as we've got parking sensors on my car, so we'll just unclip this and do that. We'll debadge it as well. It's got a few little nicks and marks on it. You can see we're taking this crappy paint off. I'm going to redo that. As the bumper on the car at the moment, it's got quite a few nasty scrapes and knocks, etc., so it'll look a bit better than what's on there. And then hiding up on the old BM is some aero side skirts, so these have got a bit more of a sort of contoured edge, as you can see, to them, so they should look a bit cooler. They're not in bad nick, to be fair. I think with a nice machine polish and clean up, they'll just bolt straight on, so we'll do that after we've got the bumper out of the way. So I'm just going to carry on sanding and get it painted and show you what it looks like afterwards. Right, there we are. So just had a few coats of paint now, just drying off. So yeah, it's not 100% perfect, but it looks good enough, I would say. So yeah, we'll just let this cure, maybe put another coat on, and then look at getting it on the car at some point. Right, well, I had a bit of a disaster here. You can see I've had to sand it all back again. Basically, something fell out of the tree, hit here, rolled in there, and then put a big divot in the paint. Anyway, I've wet sanded it all back, filled all the holes in with paint and a tiny bit of tissue paper just to fill in the holes, sanded it back, and you know, it's not going to be a concours job, guys, so just excuse that. But while that paint's been drying, I've been messing around with my friend Crispin's detailing stuff, and look at that, that's come up well. So I've done the wing, the wing, the door, and then the rear quarter. I haven't done the back bumper yet, as obviously we're going to swap that out. But yeah, it looks bloody good. Obviously you can see myself in it. Hello. But yeah, well chuffed with that. It's come up really nicely. So dead chuffed with that. Sort of really brighten the paint up. So yeah, got plenty more to do. So going to sort of work my way around the car that way, and then end up at the bonnet and hopefully do a nice job of that. And again, I've been filling in the paint, some of the stone chips with paint that are a bit, you can see that one, that are a bit proud. So that just needs sanding down and then buffing. But yeah. Yeah, turd's looking all right, isn't it? Anyway, back to a bit of painting. Right, so there we are. That's all painted up. Still got quite a few little bits and bobs to sort out on this bumper, but we'll give it a cut and polish and see what it comes out like. So yeah, anyway, that's the diffuser painted. So that's one little thing done and out of the way. So at least we get it fitted up tomorrow, and start swapping over all the bits onto this bumper from the old one. Anyway, that'll do for tonight. Right, so we're starting to whip the rear bumper off. Never done this before, but I watched the YouTube videos you do these days. So I just got the rear lights out. So there's 4 to 10 mils in there, which is quite easy, and just a little connector. Then we've got a bolt there, 8mm there. Then there's an 8mm up in there, another 8mm there, and there's 2 12s, I think they are, up underneath, sort of, you know, where the tow bar will kind of go, so up under the bumper. And it should come off, hopefully. There we are, bumper off. Bit crusty under there, but we'll give that a quick spruce up, and then start getting the parking sensors swapped out. So just unplugged that from the loom, as you can see there, and then these are all on little clips, so I'll unclip all of these and get my parking sensors in the new bumper. So that's the trims all removed. Had to take all the parking sensor wiring out and the little sensors, but that was pretty straightforward, to be honest. Just got to be careful because this obviously plastic's pretty old now, so treat it with a bit of care. So we're going to grab the aero bumper and then start building it back up. Right, so that's the old trims out of the bumper, and you can see there that they've been badly painted. It's all coming off and whatever. Anyway, these ones are all original, so we'll get those on. Whilst it's out, we'll give that all a bit of a clean up. As you can see, it's a bit grimy in there. So yeah, that's next on the list. All the parking sensors all clipped back in and the wiring in position. So now we'll lift the bumper on, get it back on the car. There we are, one bumper fitted up. So it needs a damn good clean and It does need some work paint wise, but it's on. I know it looks gash with the no twin exhaust, but we'll have to source those when some come up for sale, really. So yeah, we'll put the lights back in, give it a clean, and I'll debadge it as well, because that's how I like it to look, and it's not an aero, it's a pretend one. So there we are, get on with the lights and give it a clean up. Right, so there we are, that's the back end all finished up. So yeah, definitely need to find an exhaust because it looks a bit pants like that. But anyway, it looks quite smart, and it's all painted up, and you know, it's got a bit of a nicer profile to the lower skirt on the bumper. So yeah, then next little job will be the aero side skirts, which I'm just touching up the paint on, and then we'll crack on with that one next, I reckon. But yeah, quite pleased with the look of the back end. I just need some big fat old chrome exhaust pipes coming out the back. Out with the old and in with the new. So we've just fitted up one side of the car with an aero side skirt, so it matches the rear bumper there, which is again is an aero lower part. Excuse the damage on the side of the bumper, I need to get that fixed at some point. But yeah, they look much better than the original ones, which I'll just put down here and sort of show you against it, because they're quite sort of flat and boring in design. So that was really cool. I need to find an aero front lip at some point, but that looks pretty awesome. So anyway, going to get on with the other side now. I've figured out how to do it. Right, I got a bit carried away earlier, so that's the sort of before, so that's just the linear side skirt, and then we'll show you after. And there we are, that's the other side done. So it's really cool, good cheap little upgrade I got off a breaker car. So yeah, really pleased with that. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. Next one, I'm going to try and find a twin exhaust and maybe weld on some big, like 3-inch stainless tips on it, something like that. And yeah, the Saab life will continue. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.